Hey, friends. Welcome back to the English Story Podcast, where we help you speak real English through real stories and everyday conversations. I'm Emma.
And I'm Ryan. Today's episode is all about one of the most powerful, underrated methods for improving your English speaking skills. It's called shadowing, and if you've never tried it, or even if you have but felt silly doing it, this episode might just change the way you practice forever.
Shadowing is more than just repeating after someone. It's about training your brain, your mouth, and your ears at the same time. And when you do it right, it can help you sound more fluent, more confident, and more natural, faster than you think.
We'll start by explaining what shadowing really is, why it works, and how it's helped so many learners, from beginners to advanced speakers, break through the fear of speaking. Then, we'll take you through a real shadowing session using our daily routines. You'll get to practice real-life, natural English with us, phrase by phrase.
And at the end, Zara will join us for a vocabulary breakdown. She'll walk you through some native-style expressions you can use to talk about your daily routine, so you sound less like a textbook and more like you live here.
So whether you're doing dishes, taking a walk, or just relaxing, this episode is your cue to not just listen, but speak with us. Let's build fluency together, one shadow at a time.
All right, ready? Let's dive into the world of shadowing.
So let's start with the big question. What is shadowing? You've probably heard the term before, but maybe you're not quite sure what it means, or how to actually use it in your learning routine.
Shadowing is simple, but powerful. It's when you listen to someone speaking English, and then repeat what they say at the same time, or just a second after. The key is to mimic the rhythm, pronunciation, and tone as closely as possible. You're basically acting like an echo, but with intention.
Exactly. And it's not passive listening. You're not just hearing English, you're speaking it with your mouth, your muscles, your breath. It helps you train your mouth to move the way native speakers talk, and that's why it's so effective.
And here's the cool part. Shadowing works because it mirrors how we learned our first language. Think about how babies learn. They hear words, they try to copy them, and they don't worry about being perfect. They just keep trying. Shadowing brings that same energy into your English learning.
There's actually science behind it, too. When you speak while listening, your brain processes the language faster. You're building fluency pathways, what we call muscle memory for language. It's like learning a song. The more you sing along, the easier it gets.
And bonus, you don't need a teacher, a class, or a textbook to shadow. You just need your voice and something to mimic. It could be this podcast, your favorite movie scene, or even a TED Talk. You can shadow anywhere.
The first time I tried shadowing Spanish, I felt so awkward. I was whispering under my breath on a bus. But after 2 weeks, I could feel the difference. I started speaking faster, more clearly, and I wasn't stuck searching for words.
And that's why we love shadowing. It's low pressure. It builds fluency naturally. And it can seriously speed up your speaking confidence.
So today, we're not just going to talk about shadowing. We're going to do it with you.
We'll walk you through our daily routines and invite you to shadow us, phrase by phrase. All right, now it's your turn to jump in with us. We're going to walk through our daily routines, step by step, but not just as a conversation. We'll be speaking in clear, natural English, and you'll be shadowing along. That means you'll repeat what we say, just a second behind us.
If you're in a quiet place, speak out loud. If not, whisper, or even mouth the words. The point is to get your muscles moving, and don't worry if you mess up. Shadowing is about practice, not perfection.
Let's begin. I'll go first. I'll say a sentence, pause, and then you repeat after me. I wake up around 6:30 in the morning. The first thing I do is stretch and check the time. Then I head to the kitchen and make myself a cup of coffee. I usually sit by the window and plan my day. After that, I get dressed and go for a short walk.
All right, my turn. Ready? I usually start my day around 7 a.m. I roll out of bed, wash my face, and brush my teeth. Then I make a smoothie. It's my go-to breakfast. I check my emails quickly, but I try not to get distracted. Around 8, I dive into work mode, headphones on, coffee in hand.
Nice job. Even if you stumbled a bit, you just spoke more English in the past 2 minutes than many learners do all day.
And guess what? This is something you can repeat daily. You're not just listening, you're training your brain and mouth to work together in English.
You can even write your own routine and shadow yourself, or replay this segment tomorrow morning and do it again with us.
The key is repetition. The more you shadow, the more fluent and confident you'll sound.
All right, coming up, we'll go over native phrases that people actually use to talk about daily routines, so you can sound real, not robotic. Okay, so now that you've shadowed along with our routines, let's take things up a notch. We're going to teach you how native speakers actually talk about their day. Not textbook phrases, real-life expressions. These are the little upgrades that can make you sound natural and fluent.
Exactly. So instead of saying something like, I eat breakfast, which is fine but super basic, you can say, I grab a quick bite, or I whip up something easy. Same meaning, but now you're speaking with a bit more flow and character.
Let's walk through the day, starting with the morning. Ready? Morning routine. Phrases.
Instead of I wake up, try I roll out of bed around 7. I hit snooze a couple of times. I'm not a morning person, so I take it slow.
Love those. Now for getting ready. I jump in the shower. I throw on some clothes. I freshen up before heading out.
How about coffee? Instead of just I drink coffee, say I need my caffeine fix. I can't function without my morning brew. I sip on a hot cup while scrolling through my phone.
So real. And for breakfast, I grab a quick bite. I'm more of a brunch person. Sometimes I just skip it and go straight to work.
Computer work or study routine. All right, heading into work mode. Try saying, I dive into work. I check off a few tasks on my to-do list. I'm in back-to-back meetings all morning.
Or this one. I try to power through my emails. I get in the zone with some music. I lose track of time when I'm deep into a project.
Afternoon and evening. Afternoons are usually a bit slower. You can say, I grab lunch with a friend. I take a breather in the afternoon. I run a few errands before heading home.
Evenings? Try, I wind down with a good book. I binge watch a show on Netflix. I cook something quick and easy. I catch up with my family over dinner.
Night routine. And for bedtime, I unplug for the night. I call it a day around 11. I try to get to bed at a decent hour.
See how much more natural that sounds? These are the kinds of expressions native speakers use every single day. They paint a picture, and they help you connect with others more naturally.
So here's your challenge. Take 5 of these phrases and use them today. Write about your routine, speak it out loud, or shadow this segment again. Whew, this has been a packed episode. If you've made it this far, we just want to say, we're seriously proud of you.
Absolutely. Shadowing isn't always easy. It takes effort, focus, and a bit of courage to repeat what you hear, even when you stumble. But trust us, every sentence you speak, even the messy ones, moves you closer to fluency.
And hey, don't wait until you feel ready. Start speaking now. Speak wrong, speak awkwardly. Just speak. Because that's how real progress begins.
One small sentence today. A few more tomorrow. Before you know it, your tongue gets faster, your ears sharper, and your confidence stronger.
If today's episode helped you, do us a favor. Share it with a friend or leave us a review. It helps us reach more learners like you.
And if you want early access to upcoming episodes or exclusive learning content, including bonus shadowing audio, transcripts, and extended lessons, you can join our channel membership right here on YouTube.
Now, let's hand it over to Zara for the vocabulary breakdown. And hey, try using at least 3 of these today. Write them down, speak them out loud, or shadow this episode again.
Vocabulary breakdown with Zara. Zara will break down 10 of today's key expressions with examples you won't forget.
Hey learners, it's Zara, and I'm back to break down 10 powerful phrases from today's episode. These are gold if you want to sound more natural and expressive when describing your daily routine. Let's go! Roll out of bed, to get out of bed, especially lazily. I usually roll out of bed around 7. Throw on clothes, to put on clothes quickly. I just throw on whatever I find. Caffeine fix, getting your needed coffee or energy drink. I need my caffeine fix before I can function. Whip up, food, to make food quickly. I whip up something quick before leaving. Dive into work, to start work with focus. I dive into emails first thing. Back-to-back meetings, meetings scheduled one after the other. My mornings are full of back-to-back meetings. Run errands, to go out and do tasks like shopping or banking. I run a few errands before dinner. Wind down, to relax at the end of the day. I wind down by journaling or reading. Call it a day, to stop working and end the day. I usually call it a day around 10:30. Unplug, to disconnect from electronics and relax. I try to unplug an hour before bed. These expressions are common, conversational, and super useful. Pick your favorites and start using them in your own daily routine.
Thanks, Zara. And thank you all for listening. Remember, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progress.
We'll catch you next time on the English Story Podcast. Until then.
Keep speaking. Keep shadowing. Keep growing.